have finally made it to the 2024 season, which means it's now springtime and you are finally able to leave your house and not be blasted out with a cold and in with the warm breeze. So you know what time it is, buckle up and stay inside to watch more anime. So welcome to the 2024 season, full of bangers and full of tons of shit, but they're more bangers than anything. With that, let's just hop into the first anime. This was one I was super excited for and full on delivered, and honestly, it was kind of different from anything I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a tale from a lame bozo to a hero, but it's not really that at all. One random day, our planet was invaded by regenerative monsters. Our Earth's heroes, aka the bootleg Power Rangers, stopped them and saved the day. Then a few years passed by, and we pick up on a dude who wants to join the Ranger squad, but turns out he's actually one of the bad guys. When the monsters first attacked Earth, the Rangers took out the leader with absolute ease, and this left the monsters with a predicament: listen to the request of the Rangers or die. So they say fuck it, we'll listen to the request because we are so gonna get cooked if we don't. So now they're basically circus animals, forced to perform, and each and every Sunday, instead of watching their favorite football teams, they go get their ass beat for hours by the Rangers, putting them in this vicious cycle of dying and coming back and dying again and coming back. Just this insane constant circle. If you're wondering why the leaders stayed dead, it's because they used their Defiant artifacts, which kills the monsters forever. So one day, Monster D-Pause says, fuck this shit, I'm out of here, and turns into the main character we see at the start of the show. He wants to join the Rangers to kill them, to put an end to the torture they have been going through for years. Finally have respect for themselves again, and put faith back into the entire monster group so they can finally get their head back on track for world domination. This show is a wonderful joy because when do we ever have a bad guy be the main character? It's a unique view, and honestly, I really enjoy it, and I really like it, and I think it could go in endless possibilities of ways. Either the bad guy could win, he could turn good, or it could just be fucking the whole world explode. I don't know, but check it out, it's fucking fire. Brain-numbing action, which honestly isn't even a bad thing because this show hits all the sweet spots. It's nice to have just pure action with nothing too crazy deep. Our main character, Sakura, and no, not that Sakura, this Sakura, is an outcast because of how he looks, causing him to become a fighter due to getting bullied. So he has a cold shoulder towards people and assumes the worst in anybody and in everything. But that all changes when he goes to this town that is ran by quote-unquote delinquents, but it's different than your average delinquent story where the bad kids are ruining this town. But in this show, they are saving the towns from the other bad gangs that try to destroy this town. And most of these delinquents have a positive effect in the community, and they each got each other's backs. The characters you meet have a positive outlook and really just want to be, as they say, the hero of justice, and have this town that was once dominated by gang violence now be protected by a group that will do anything for this town. Even Sakura shares these views because he was going to go to the school in this town that has the delinquents that protect this area. He has been shafted his whole life, and now he's finally getting praised by people that aren't bullying him and find him really cool. This show is one that you can turn your brain off and enjoy. The fight scenes are really good, and it's a simple plot. Sakura wants to rise to the top as he slowly turns into a true protector, even though he doesn't claim to be one. He fits right in with everybody else. He has a soft side of really wanting to help people, and I think this comes from him being pushed to the side his whole life. He deep down has a feeling of wanting to help, so nobody ends up feeling like him. I think we can all relate to this feeling. This show is awesome. It has plenty of action, and it's also animated by the GOAT, Cloverworks. So check it out. It's a banger, and there's a lot of cool ass fighting. It's fire. Now we're going to do something completely new. We are going to take a brain break in between each of these sections, or should I say a lightning round. There were tons of anime I watched this season, so we're going to put them into a fast-paced, quick action section where I basically just sum it up in like a handful of words. So buckle up and pause the video if you really want to. Slime Season 3. Same stuff as Season 2, just more building, still fucking goated. Konosuba Season 3. Jobless Season 2 Part 2, still a fucking banger. So that concludes this lightning round. There will be another one later on in the video, so you have to wait for that one. But basically, I just wanted to do the sequels for shows because I felt like it'd just be better if I put new anime in here that y'all could check out, because I know most of y'all are going to check out the sequels of some of the shows you love. So yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed. And let's get to the next anime. This series has gotten a lot of hype, whether it's from the promotion to the countdown. This series has had a lot of expectations, and fun fact, I did read this when the show was first announced, so I kinda am a manga reader myself, but only for like 50 chapters and then I stopped. But this show is one that is very unique. With kaijus being so big in Japanese culture, you know, Godzilla and everything, I'm surprised something like this hasn't been done before, as far as I know. Giving a man the power of kaijus, but a twist is he's regular size with the strength and the power of a kaiju. And the person blessed with these powers is Kafka, the man that got powers from a weird fucking worm kaiju thingy. Now he has the power and the ability to finally join his lifelong friend Mina in the Defense Corps, who he made a promise with one day that they'd wipe out every kaiju together after their hometown was just fucking ravaged and wrecked. But one of them worked out and the other is stuck cleaning up the mess that she made. Kafka is someone I feel like even in our older ages we can still strive to be like him, becoming what we really want to be, even if it is off of crazy circumstances. And Kafka had completely given up on this dream until his friend and partner in the cleanup duty, Reno, who also wants to join the Defense Corps, tells our main man here that they have raised the age for the test, so he sees this as his final chance and takes it. But now, he has kaiju powers. And he always passes the first exam. Every attempt he failed, he always got past the first exam, but it's always the second part of the exam, the physical part, where he fails. This show is goofy, and you go with the goofs, you can honestly have a really good time. And while I was reading it, I felt the same exact way as I was watching it. It was just fun, and I just had a really good feeling. It's just fucking funny, to be honest. And you can really rally behind Kafka because you know he knows this is his last shot to finally make it, and he wants to make sure he passes this test by all means, but not using his powers, and giving a fair shot to everybody. And I'm excited for every episode that is adapted, and get excited for the show because it's fun and damn good, so keep watching because episode 4 and 5 are gonna be absolute bangers. This show I was super excited for. I remember one day I was looking at manga and I stumbled across Whisper Me a Love Song. Saw the cover and was like, hey, fuck it, I need a romance, and I hesitated. I said no, because I'm already buying too much, so I'll write it down and learn more about it. So I looked up the name and boom, I saw the trailer for the anime adaptation and I said, fuck it, I shall wait. Then the time finally came for it, and I was surprised. We have two characters you may be familiar with if you've seen teen romantic comedy. Yukino and Yui, just kidding. They just look similar, which is funny because that has been the whole meme around this show. But don't worry, they are their own characters. First, we have Himari, the young girl just now entering high school, full of energy, and then we have Yuri, who is in her 3rd year of high school and a damn good singer. On the opening day, Yuri ended up pulling a Bucci to rock, swapping in for their lead singer who dropped out before the show started. She started singing and boom, Himari falls instantly in love, but not with Yuri, but with her voice. And this causes a miscommunication because Yuri thinks it means she fell in love with her, but in actuality she meant her singing. But I'm super excited for it, but the only problem so far has been the animation is kind of just inconsistent. Maybe because I was expecting a lot, but I'm still super excited to see where this show could go and how deep the love can develop between these two and how they can just get closer in general. Go check it out, it's a banger. And like I promised, one final lightning round. I've watched most of everything, so if it's not here, I'm gonna make some shorts that will describe some of these series in better detail. So without further ado, let's get into the lightning round. A condition called love. Two people who are on two ends of the spectrum in terms of the love feeling. One who has never felt it before and one who's got no boundaries. The many sides of voice acting radio. Two people who hate each other, but as time goes on they slowly start to appreciate each other's presence and they help each other through their own struggles. Vampire Dormitory. Think Oran Host Club, but with vamps. Like I said, if I miss anything on here, then most likely it's going to be a short. So hopefully you do enjoy that and enjoy the shorts when they do come. But now, it's time to get into my favorite anime of this season. This show is an absolute fucking banger. This shit through the first couple of episodes has been really, really good. And kinda honestly inspirational as fuck. Like our main character here, my hero, lost her passion for art. When she was younger, she had an art piece in an art contest that she ended up winning. And they put it on a wall and showcased it. She showed her friends and then they ended up teasing her about it, saying this art piece is ass. But she never told them that it was her piece. So she got scared. She lost her passion. And she was scared of the feedback people would forgive her because she was scared of it being called weird again. So she ended up losing the passion. Then one day her passion is catapulted back into her life when a former idol Kano tells her how much she loves the drawing that she made, even defending it from a woman putting posters over her drawings. And Kano even shows her that even though she's not an idol anymore, she still loves to make music and wants Yoru to join her to help make art for her music stuff. Yoru says no because she really is afraid of the feedback. Then their paths cross again. When Kano sings in front of a crowd, this allows Yoru to act, finally accepting the feelings that she had for drawing once again. Yoru remembers something about jellyfish not shining alone, but once they absorb light, they are able to shine together. So Yoru uses Kano as a way to absorb light. So they form a ragtag team. A voice, Kano who sings, Yoru who makes all the art for the music videos and things. Mei, who was a big ass fan of Kano in her idol days before she got kicked out. She is the baseline beats maker. Then there's Kiwi, who's a part-time student as well, but more like a never student and a full-time VTuber, who shut herself away after nobody really liked the things that she liked. She fell into a alone void where the only person she had as a friend was Yoru. These characters all have things in common, but they are all vastly different from each other, each having their own deeply emotional moment that affected them all throughout their lives. But they use each other as their light to help find their joint path on this journey. I really do like this show, so please check this one out. Hopefully everybody did enjoy this video. I will get the shorts cooking, and yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you. Goodbye.